It's one of those things that you can point people in the military to. It's like, oh, see, this guy, he was a general, and he's telling you war is a racket. He's telling you that he was a hired thug, basically, for these corporations through the military.
Free Talk Live.
Indiana, watching us on YouTube, as a matter of fact. Go ahead, Kirby.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey,
man, as far as Venezuela goes and such and so forth, I was wondering, were you guys familiar with the Major General Smedley Butler?
yes.
United States. Okay, then you're familiar with his book, War is a Racket.
Yes, I'm glad you mentioned that because, I mean, obviously we have to tell our listeners who this guy is in case they don't know, because there's probably a lot of people out there listening who's never heard the name Smedley Butler before. I take it you're familiar with War is a Racket? Do you want to explain what that is?
Well, yeah, certainly. Major General Butler started out fighting, chasing Pancho Villa, fought in all of America's banana wars, and eventually retired and wrote a book called War is a Racket. And essentially what he said was that the United States government and its military are simply leg breakers for organized crime organizations, that America has always been basically a fascist government that is in bed with organized crime figures, which is big business. Exxon, Mobil, Dole Fruit, which is who he fought to prop up in the banana wars. It's you can find his video on YouTube for free. I would suggest everybody watch it.
Now, what's the video? Did somebody take his book and make a video out of it? Or I guess it was like a pamphlet, right?
It's like a 15-minute speech he presented in the 30s.
Oh, okay. So it's actually video of him from the 30s?
Yes, sir.
Like a movie reel, basically, that's been transferred to video? That's cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've never actually read it. We've had many summaries given of it on the air here over the years on Free Talk Live. It's sort of one of those things that you can point people in the military to. It's like, oh, see, this guy, he was a general, and he's telling you war is a racket. He's telling you that he was a hired thug, basically, for these corporations through the military. Yeah,
I mean, if you've seen Diaries of an Economic Hitman.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
It's a perfect companion book to it.
Right.
And I don't say that to down America because, honestly, I love my home.
Of course.
But America has yet to grow into its own ideals. And
well, remember,
backwards away from them.
It's easy to confuse, and the government wants people to do this. That's why they try purposely to mix terms around so people can be confused. America, people love America, and a lot of them around the world love Americans. They love the tourists that come into their towns. They love the Hollywood movies that Americans make. They love a lot of the products that they buy from America. There's a lot to love about America. Of course, America also includes Mexico and Canada. But there's a lot to love about this place and the freedoms that we do have. On the other hand, the government is not America. The government is a criminal enterprise. And
exactly.
The government is evil. And it's not just the American government. It's all of them. Every single one of them, whether it be Venezuela, Canada, Mexico, all of these governments are doing wrong. They're hurting innocent people within their own country, and many of them, like the United States, hurting innocent, peaceful people outside of their own country's borders. But you never want to confuse the two. The America that we love are the people and the freedoms, not the government, right?
I wish democracy had solved this problem, but it didn't.
No, democracy is part of the problem.
It is, because this is not a democracy. We're supposed to be an association of free and independent states who have their own laws and work together for each other's benefit, but are not so centrally controlled. This is more fascist or communist than it is Republican.
Yeah.
And it's not taught in schools anymore. When I was in high school, my government class consisted of 2 semesters of us playing 1776.
Playing 1776?
Yes, the teacher divided us into southern states, northern states. I'm a black gentleman,
Okay.
57 years old. I was John Rutledge of South Carolina.
I'm not familiar with John Rutledge.
This is how he was a big plantation owner.
I see.
And we had to play our parts true to what they would have wanted and come up with a constitution.
Mm-hmm.
We learned more about government and the intercourse between men and the founding of our country than I could have learned in 8 years in a university.
Sure.
We don't teach children what it is to be free.
No, the government schools will never teach that.
Watching TV.
Right. The government.
They think free is.
Yeah, the government schools will never teach that. I mean, it's against the interests of the state to teach children about freedom.
They teach obedience.
Right. Stand up when the flag.
This was a government school, however, but I was being taught by old people who had seen the worst of America and didn't like it and wanted to see it change. Does that make sense?
Sure. And again, it's the government schools that have a message they're promoting, right? The government schools don't want to promote freedom because the government benefits from your ignorance. The government benefits from you believing in them. They want you to be programmed, essentially. And that's what these government schools do. And the private schools to some extent. I mean, they're not that much better. But there's...
which is why you see...
Go ahead.
Which is why you see people jumping on the Bernie Sanders bandwagon. Well, a top 1% earner who wants to redistribute my wealth.
Yeah, he's got what? How many houses does the guy have? But I mean, whether they're on Bernie's bandwagon or but hold on, whether they're on Bernie's bandwagon or Jeb Bush or Trump or whoever, none of these people are any good. Yeah, they're all bad.
No, they're all POS. I can't say that.
Thank you for that, Kirby. I appreciate the call tonight, man. Thanks for sharing your thoughts with us. Definitely appreciate it. The toll-free number here is 855-450-FREE. That's 855-450-3733. I think this interview with this 12-year-old reporter that I mentioned earlier tonight has a relevant portion here, since we're talking about education. Yeah. Question to her. You've said, quote, I think a lot of adults tell their kids they can do anything, but at the end of the day, they don't actually let them do anything, unquote. Can you elaborate? What are some examples? And she says, it's so true. I was the only 7-year-old I knew who was allowed to bike around town. Can you imagine?
Wow. That's actually pretty impressive in today's age.
Free Talk Live. Listen live 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern or grab the podcast. It's all at freetalklive.com.